Hey, all right. Hope everybody is okay. It's week 4. I know this weird thing with minis is it feels like we just started, but we've got 10 weeks the whole semester. One of those weeks is spring break, so we're really kind of at the end of this week. We'll be very close to halfway through the semester. So, having said that, if you still feel like you're struggling to get in a rhythm of things, if you're having a hard time keeping up with due dates or whatever, I would make a calendar, get a planner, put reminders in your phone or something like that. But just make sure you're doing everything you can to earn every single point you can get in here, all right? A lot of times early in the semester, especially with mini twos, I'll have a lot of students that like just miss a review quiz or something like that. And that's only 5 points. It's probably not going to make a difference at the end of the semester. But if you keep missing little assignments like that over and over and over again, they can add up and they can make a big difference. So just if you are struggling with that, feel free to let me know and I'll give you some tips or whatever. But the big thing I'm going to tell you is make sure you're checking Blackboard, because I've got these I've got these checklists that I'm sending out in the videos that tell you all of the upcoming assignments. In the syllabus tab, you've got a whole list of every assignment for the whole semester. And then in the My Task, you'll see every assignment for like the next week or so will be posted there too. So just make sure that you're keeping up with those. All right? Okay, so this week, the lecture that you need to watch is on echinoderms. So real quick, the echinoderms is a very short lecture. It's a little over 30 minutes, and that's it, the whole thing. All right? So because of that, I want you to watch this really early in the week. Like as soon as you see this, if you've got some time, go ahead and watch the echinoderms lecture. The reason is your second exam is at the end of this week. It's going to be open Thursday and Friday, and the material that's in that lecture is going to be on your test. All right? So just quick reminder, last week we had exam 1 at the beginning of the week, and then you were supposed to watch the mollusk and arthropods lectures. The echinoderms lecture is the third lecture, and that's all of the material that's going to be on your exam: mollusk, arthropods, and echinoderms. So you need to watch that early enough that you've got enough time to study it, to reach out if you've got any questions about the material. And that way it's not like you're watching it one night and then the very next day you're taking a test on it. That's like a recipe for getting stuff mixed up if you don't have enough time to look over it and study. All right? So watch that lecture. There is a review quiz, and it's going to be due Sunday because that's when all of our review quizzes are due, so I didn't want to confuse anybody. So it's open until Sunday is when it's due. But I would take it as soon as you watch the lecture, all right? The whole point of the review quizzes is to give you an idea for what types of questions you might see on the test. So if that's the way that they're supposed to work, you need to take the review quiz before you take the test, all right? Does that make sense? Like if you wait until Sunday to do the review quiz, you might learn something and go, oh, wow, I wish I would have known that, but you've already taken the test on Thursday and Friday. So just do the review quiz early this week, but if you do forget, it will be available until Sunday. All right, so the big one is exam 2. That's going to be available Thursday and Friday, so about 48 hours that test is going to be open. Just make sure, make a plan, set aside some time for you to take this test. It's just on those 3 chapters, like I said. There's a few more questions, and I know that's sounds intimidating when you open up the test and it says this one's got about 75 questions. I always liked that when I was a student because let's say if it was a 50-question test, every time you miss one, you're losing 2 points. Like miss 5 questions and you've already dropped down a letter grade. 75 questions, that comes out to about like 1.3 points per question. You got a lot more room for error if you slip up and miss 1 or 2. And for real, when I was watching the videos last time, most of you were getting done in less than 20 minutes. All right. If you have studied and you've prepared, it does not take that long to go through and take these. So there's a few more questions, but it's not like it's going to ruin your whole afternoon just taking the test. All right. So it's timed 75 minutes for around 75 questions, but really don't even worry about that because it's more than enough time to answer the questions. I had some issues on the first exam, so pay attention to the instructions for the environment video. It's going to tell you to show all of your desk or table surface, all right? So like let me show you what some people have done in the past. All right, that's not going to do it. I don't care what's behind your shoulders. You need to show the area or the surface in front of you, and then just a quick 360 of your surroundings. So pay attention to those and make sure you follow those instructions. Also, in the additional instructions, it's going to tell you make sure that you don't add anything to your environment afterwards. Stay focused on your webcam. Make sure that the webcam is centered on you. Don't do one of these things. Like, that's really awkward to take it. Like, my screen looks really weird. If you're doing that, you're obviously not wanting to be seen. So follow those instructions. And after you've taken that test, just a few more things. Your second discussion board assignment is going to be due Sunday. This one's on insects. So you'll go through, like last time, watch the videos, and then you will respond to another student's post. And then your second lab is due Sunday as well. So this one is on protostomes. You're going to have a few more dissections to do this week than last time. You're going to have a clam and some things like that, grasshopper to dissect. So just give yourself enough time to complete those labs. I know from the first one you realize they take a little while, doing the dissection and then doing the picture and then doing the labeling and then all the review questions and everything. Honestly, it's very similar to what we do in person when we have labs here. It's just when you've got someone in the room with you to kind of help you along, it goes a lot faster. So the fact that you're doing it online and you're having to do the labs at home, just give yourself plenty of time. I would start before the due date. Like if it's due on Sunday, I wouldn't start on Sunday afternoon because that's just asking to run out of time. But if you've got any questions on any of that, let me know and I will be glad to help. And I will talk to y'all later. I'm recording this on a Friday. You're a captive audience at this point, so I'm just kind of rambling. I'm an idiot. I don't know if I've mentioned, but running is like my outlet. That's my go-to thing. So around Christmas, I was in really good running shape, and I'm like, I'm going to sign up for some long races. So I've got a 50-mile race Saturday, the 20th. So like by the time you're watching this, I'm probably done with it. At the time, that sounded really good. I think I've run once in the last month, so it's going to be rough. If anyone's on campus and you see someone limping, that's probably me next week. But anyway, yeah, that's all I got. If you have any questions, need any help, let me know. Thanks.